Anyway, so I'm going to read us in. Everyone pumped?
My body is ready.
5, 4,
6,
3,
7.
2, I hate you, 1.
Blast off.
Hello? It's fucking... Hello, and welcome to Shitfaced Shitfics, where the fics get shittier every single week. Your shitfickers for this evening are Enigmatic Otaku,
What is a shit, and how do I fick?
Clam and Pfeffer,
Interior crocodile alligator.
Priest,
Sorry I'm late. I didn't want to come.
You've come.
special guest, Zork expat, but we're gonna call him Z.
Hey, I'm here against my will.
He's not wrong. So, today we're doing something especially exciting. Today we're going to be reading 3 different fics, all having to do with Gravity Falls. Now, Gravity Falls is a great cartoon. These fics do not reflect that. And we're just going to be reading them. The first 2 are going to be fairly gentle, and the third one is, we'll warn you about that when it comes. But we're going to start with a My Little Pony and Gravity Falls crossover. The rules of this game that you're going to play along with us is anytime we lose our shit and can't keep our fucking shit together anymore, you take a drink. Because we're going to take a drink. That's how we get through this. We get through this together. You're with us in this. It's not like you're rooting against us or want us to suffer anything. It's not like that at all! So we're going to start with this first story. It's called The Return of the Zodiac. And the people reading these parts, Dipper is going to be read by Priest.
That's me.
Stan and Bill are going to be read by Z.
It's me, Fleshbags.
Oh no. I will be reading both Wendy and Pacifica. Mabel will be read by Priest.
That's me.
Seuss, others, and Grunkle Ford will be read by Enigma.
Yo, dog, I totally killed that fairy.
This will all be narrated by the lovely Flammenwerfer.
Yes.
We're all very excited, I'm sure you can tell. So, let us jump into this and get this shit started. Would you like to read the intro to the story and who wrote it, Flam?
Absolutely. So, Return of the Zodiac, written by the cowardly Christian.
We're not going to talk about that name either, but let's
Exactly.
continue.
No, we'll assume his name is Christian.
Yes.
Yes. So, and this lovely summary says, and by the way, I have, just for the record for everyone watching, I have no knowledge of Gravity Falls. I've seen like maybe 5 combined minutes of the entire show in my entire life. So so this is all funny words to me, Magic
Boo.
What the
Man.
hell's wrong with you?
Yeah.
So, a lot of things. What if the Mystery Shack gang had succeeded in completing the Zodiac? What if the side effects were more unpleasant than predicted? What if they were later revived by the elements of harmony? How would the gang deal with this strange new world? And how will Equestria deal with them? Dipper cross harem and Mabel cross harem. Oh God. Okay.
Mabel gets a harem?
Well, it's only
Again?
1 chapter. It's only 1 chapter, so it's just a setup, and they never did anything with it, and I wonder why.
Oh, and here I was hoping that it was for 2 fantasy bros.
No, forget their names. They were great.
I think one of them was called Tyler.
Tyler and Liler.
Tyler, Lilac,
Something
oh
else.
God.
So, Priest, Liler X Mabel, when?
Oh.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Okay, Flam, would you please not read us the author's note and start
What?
us out with the story?
What's that? Read the author's note?
No, please don't read the author's note.
I won't read the author's note. Okay, Return to the Zodiac. Bunch of dots to separate everything. I have no idea who the fuck is talking right here. It immediately starts with a quote.
That would be Ford. So that starts with Enigma.
Ah, shit. Him and I, Grammar Stanley.
corrects an unrepentant Ford as Stan joins the circle. Now, in a different universe, this poorly timed grammar Nazi attitude would cause an enraged Stan to break the circle and attack Ford, dooming everyone. For the moment. Clack! Thankfully, this is not that universe. Stan stops mid-range as a familiar lump is pressed against his chest.
And I shoot.
Stated Wendy coldly as she pressed the crossbow tip further into the skin above Stan's heart. Stan gulps, but obliges. Wendy nods, then turns to Ford.
Say another word, and you get it.
She says darkly as she points the crossbow at him. Ford gulps, but also nods. Dipper once more looked at her in awe as they complete the Zodiac. Crash! Just in time.
And that would be Bill.
Ha! Whoa! Wait, what? No!
But it was too late. The Zodiac would not be denied. It enveloped the malevolent triangle demon and turned him to stone.
All right, everybody, let's do it an awful way. 1, 2, 3. Yeah! He's gone! We did it!
We
Great
did it!
job,
Great
everyone!
job, everyone!
Everyone!
That
Shouted
was-
everyone excitedly as the now miniature Bill statue feel in between them.
I don't think they meant to say feel. I don't think they meant to say feel.
I'm pretty sure, but I said it anyway. Their celebration was short-lived. A familiar laugh was heard.
Joke's on you, suckers! I may be powerless now, but so are you!
Shouts, quote-unquote, the Bill statue. The group was terrified by their foe returning, then confused by his words. Suddenly, they realized that it wasn't words, it was thoughts. They were reading his thoughts. In fact, instead of speaking, they were all projecting words into each other's minds.
Oh, guys, why can't I move?
Jesus Christ, you sound like Richard Nixon from Call of Duty.
That's
Not
Seuss
actually
voice.
inaccurate. It's Seuss voice. It's fine.
That's amazing. As to concern Seuss. And that's when they realized something. Bill wasn't the only statue. They all were. Their bodies were completely petrified. Their clothes were untouched, except Dipper, Stan, and Wendy's hats for some reason, making them all look like someone put clothes on a bunch of statues holding hands around a freakish demon statue. Stan, eloquent as ever, summed up everyone's thoughts.
This
Can you give us that line again, a little quieter?
well, this sucks.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, you were cutting out the first time.
Huh.
With Bill defeated, his minions got sucked back home and all his damage was undone. Soon they were just a bunch of statues in the middle of the forest. The pyramid long gone.
Okay. See, this is a cringe fic. This is a cringe fic. Okay.
Interestingly enough, the three journalists were fully restored and fell to the ground before the journals, excuse me.
Not journalists.
Yeah, I read that. I'm so used to reading that word. Muscle memory. Were fully restored and fell to the ground before them within the circle before getting petrified as well.
Great. Even if I could move, which we can't, we still wouldn't be able to read the pastime.
Thinks/shouts Ford. There was a long, awkward pause.
It's Mabel.
No, ask
No,
Seuss.
it's Seuss.
Oh, shit. Okay, the things are combined.
It's
No.
Seuss.
They're really not, though.
You can do it.
You just can't
anyone
read.
So,
There-
anyone know any good games to pass the time?
Asks Richard Nixon, aka Seuss.
Oh, me!
Shouts Mabel.
No!
No!
Oh,
Screams everyone else. People came to look for them naturally. Sadly, their telepathic powers couldn't extend to anyone not a statue, it seemed. They found them, assumed the worst, held a ceremony honoring them, and then left.
That's Seuss again, just in case you didn't know, Enigma.
I with my little eye.
A rock.
Interrupts Stan dully.
Dang, gets me every time, gets it.
Exclaims Seuss. Time went by. The sun and the moon, the only thing to indicate the passage of time at all. The group got so desperate they even let Mabel choose a game.
140,520 bottles of ginger ale on the wall. 140,520 bottles of ginger ale.
Try again, not screaming, Z.
Make it stop, make it stop.
Screamed Bill in horror. He knew realms of torment that was worse suffering than this.
Think it's about to give.
Shouted Pacifica happily after some time. The group had realized that since their clothes hadn't petrified, they were slowly but surely rotting away. At first, they were a bit embarrassed to the prospect of being exposed to everyone for seemingly all eternity, but frankly, they were just so bored. They had been here. Even Ford had lost track. They could tell time by the position of the sun and the moon, and the season from the weather and the leaves, but that's it. It was kind of just all blurring together at this point. In any case, now they had made a bit of a game of it, and it looked like Wendy's shirt would be the first piece of clothing to give out. One more blow of the wind, and yep, the frazzled flannel was now gone.
I honestly forgot if I was wearing a bra or not.
Thought Wendy dimly as the others gave some good-natured catcalls.
And that will be Stan.
Don't even think about it.
Shouts Stan as a chupacabra raised its leg near his. What happened next prompted laughter from everyone else. Boom.
That's Bill.
And we triangles were at the bottom of the heap. We had no say in anything. When we were born, we were to die. Who we could love, our very thought, feelings, and dreams were dictated and controlled by our cruel masters. That saw us a worse than chattel.
Chattel.
Oh, chattel.
Sobbed Bill as he told his life story. Boom.
Wow, that's horrible. Not enough to justify all the horrible things you did after you destroyed your home dimension, but still, I'm so sorry, Bill.
Said a sympathetic Mabel.
What are these booms?
I don't know. We're about to find out, aren't we?
Thanks, Mabel.
Boom.
You know, I thought this whole thing would be
Boom.
hell to live through.
Boom.
But you really. I mean, having you here.
Blam, I will kill you. Blam, just boom, I will kill you.
I did say boom. I guess it was too quiet, but boom.
What I'm trying to say.
Boom, boom, boom! Who the hell is this?
Let me hear that boom, boom, boom.
I think
What
that's
is Xanatos? What is that racket? I'm trying to have some stinking character development here.
For the only one in any position to see anything.
I think, yep, mushroom cloud. Looks like humanity's finally ending it all.
Oh, and I guess I'll be Robbie, because why not? It was bound to happen sooner or later.
Said the jaded Robbie with a mental shrug of apathy, and his equally jaded companions agreed. All this time to think and do nothing had given them plenty of time to mourn and get over how their family and friends had long since died. Now there was the question of whose clothes were going to rot off next. And the answer was...
Well, there goes your boxers, Dipper. Early bloomer, huh?
Teased Wendy playfully. Dipper mentally shrugged off the acknowledgement of his teeny weeny. Oh, God.
Hey, it was rock hard, though.
Hey,
I mean,
hey, I'm not as small as Robbie.
Robbie chuckled.
not, but at least I get a bird's eye view of Mabel getting sick at looking at her brother's Willie for the next eternity.
Yep, it was amazing how enough time can make a person get used and brush off everything.
I wish I could crawl out my never closing eyes!
Screamed Mabel. Well, almost everything. Boom.
Well, there goes the mushroom claws again. So much for the Great Ape Confederacy.
Says Zeus calmly as yet another civilization bit the dust.
Zeus, pay attention. That was 5 Armageddons ago. We're on to the Great Slug Empire's death rattle now.
Corrected Ford.
Oh, hey, priest, you want to be Gideon?
Sure. What's Gideon's voice like?
Like,
Little boy.
and sudden.
Wait! Was that the apes before or after the Crocodile Federation went up in smoke?
That's
Jesus.
too
So
much.
much.
Ooh.
I hate it so much. There's so much ooh.
Asked Gideon, confused.
It was after the crocodiles. I remember quite clearly.
Said Wendy.
But before the camels.
Pointed out Pacifica.
Hold on. I remember it. I definitely remember the camels biting it before the jellyfish.
And so they argued about it into the night, long after the last slug fell down dead and a new life could start again.
Ugh, great unicorns. I was over them before I was turned to stone.
Says Mabel, as the two Alicorn sisters begin to survey the spot as the new place for their palace.
Oh, sure.
Oh shit, yeah, who's doing these?
Be Luna.
Sister, what are we to do with these odd statues? Celestia thinks on it.
Oh, just build around them. Such ancient artifacts should be preserved. Plus, it'll do wonders for the decor.
Luna rolls her eyes, but agrees.
Yeesh. And I thought our relationship was bad.
Said Stan to Ford as they watched Celestia banish her sister to the moon. After that, the castle was abandoned and left to rot until...
Oh, a ragtag team of adventurers on an epic journey to defeat a great evil. Boy, does that bring back memories.
Says Ford happily as he watches the main six try to activate the elements of harmony.
For yourself.
That's fine.
Who's
And
twiggling?
friendship
Okay.
is magic!
Shouted Twilight as the elements ignited. Dipper rolled his eyes.
Really? That's the best thing you could think of, too?
Zap! And then the elemental energy hit them and the group breathed their first breath. Eons. Felt the breeze on their bare skin and one look at each other and they were flesh once more.
All right, here we go, guys. 1, 2, 3.
We're
alive!
We're alive! We're alive!
They all shouted and ran to give each other a hug, only to fall down immediately since they weren't used to walking again, but they didn't care. They were alive. The main six looked at this in astonished confusion.
Okay, that just happened.
Said Twilight.
Then
To
Liler-
be continued.
And then
wasn't.
Liler comes out, sees the statues come to life. She goes, I'm a mama.
Anyway, so that was The Return of the Zodiac by the Cowardly Christian, and I think we can all acknowledge that this is not a good story.
But I like their use of center text for damn near everything.
Yes, the king of center text.
I don't understand how this was approved. Oh, auto post. Never mind.
It was auto posted. He has plenty of stuffs.
Okay.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff. There's lots of it.
So basically, a bunch of people stood in a circle naked for who knows how long.
Yeah, it definitely seems that way.
For like
I mean,
a
yeah,
safe
probably.
fry a long time.
Yeah. Well, does anyone have any reactions to the story they want to share before we move on?
I was promised sex, and I didn't.
I'm sorry.
I'll never know when he was wearing a bra or not.
Use your imagination. You do anyway.